Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Popcorn Pimps. Today we're going to be reviewing La Momia. Mister, come on bro.
What's
That was a mummy.
Yeah.
The Mummy, starring Tom Cruise, and I don't remember the chick from Kingsman's name.
Brendan Fraser and Brendan Fraser.
Brendan Fraser. Russell Crowe is also in it.
Her name's
Immortal.
Alright, so before we go any further...
It's like Sophia something.
Before we go any further, like we always do with our reviews,
Are you not to do
1 out of 10. Mister?
I think like a 7.5, 7.
No, 7.5, alright. Abraham?
Trying to find out that chick's name.
Sophia something.
Sofia Vergara.
No.
I have so many mixed feelings about this movie, but
And then give it what you think it should get. If it's bad, it's bad. If it's good, it's good.
There's no
7.
in between.
A 7? Alright.
just
There you go.
Yeah, I would give it like a solid 5.
Oh!
That's like not even a solid 5. That's a shaky 5. Like, I want to give it like a 4.5.
I want to give it like a 6.5 in between 6.5 7.
All right.
Real quick,
And so-
Rotten Tomatoes, it's okay. IMDb is giving it 5.9 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes a 17%, and Media Critic is at 34.
All right. Wow, that's pretty low.
That's pretty freaking low, yeah.
But it looks like I'm closer with IMDb, so that's about average.
Yeah.
So I just want to start off by saying this movie was only 2 hours long. It was less than 2 hours.
Sofia Boutella, I'm sorry.
There you
Continue.
She's good looking in this movie.
Very good looking.
And
For being dead.
it felt like this movie felt like it was 3.5 hours long.
It was hard to sit through it after a while.
It felt, and like it sucks because you can tell there were some great moments in this film.
Mhm.
I preferred if they wouldn't have casted the other chick, the blonde chick, Tom Cruise's love interest. If they would have kept that out of the movie, I guess maybe they meant. If they would have kept it out of the movie and just had Sofia Boutella chasing Tom Cruise the whole time, I think it would have been a lot better movie.
Annabelle
I think
Wallis.
The
I don't
only
really
reason
care
the
about
only
her.
reason they had her in there was because he needs a way to come back and be human.
That's what I was
That was,
thinking.
dude.
Because
yeah,
like
that was,
you don't even need her for the hot chick role because
the
Sofia
mummy's
Boutella,
already super freaking hot.
she's like
yeah.
half naked throughout half that movie. You don't ever see anything, but she is half naked.
Well,
You
she's
only
also
see her
half.
butt, but that's
She's also
butt.
half there because she's like flesh and like zombie-ish.
I guess.
Kind of like
the
how
beginning that was disgusting where she was like
all like she looked just like Imhotep in the first Mummies. But yeah.
But you know, and it sucks because you can tell, like I said, you can tell there's a lot of good in this movie. And this was supposed to be the launch of their big
Dark Universe.
Dark Universe, yeah, where
Yeah.
everything combined, kind of like King Kong and Godzilla and everything.
Yeah.
the big the Mega Monsters, yeah.
Yeah, the universe building movie, and it's never good when it starts off as a bad movie.
I think it was because it. To be honest, looking at all the Dark Universe movies that they are to come, it's kind of like, because like to me, I was thinking, okay, well, they're not gonna be so much horror because there's no way you can make some of these horror, you know, like
Yeah, like they won't like they're
Like,
not
I think
gonna make them
it's
so
like
scary.
Maybe like the
it's just the
Wolfman or
vibe.
Swamp Thing, where it's something chasing like a group of people, kind
Those
of.
like-
might be scary.
But okay, see the Swamp Thing. That was one of the major things I was thinking. I was like, how are you gonna make this scary? Because back then I understand scary because people were like, holy crap!
But
What
it
the
could be
hell?
like people camping in the
Yeah.
backwoods, and then some swamp creature is like going
I'm
after
pretty
What
them.
are you
sure
talking
they-
about? You were like covering your eyes for a couple of scenes in this movie.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, you were.
I swear to God,
I
I
sit
wasn't.
next to him, and I don't ever pay attention to you two in the theaters.
No, I was. I jumped,
It's
but
because there
no.
was pop-ups.
There was a good pop up.
And with Swamp Thing and
But
like,
yeah,
and Swamp
I
Man
agree.
and-
Where
yeah, there'll be
they
a
have to
bunch
be
of,
made
like,
more like action thrillers than actual horror. Straight up
Yeah,
horror.
they'll have
'Cause,
lots
like-
of pop-ups in the movies to scare
what
you.
I'm,
That's
well,
how
what
it'll
I'm
be
saying is
scary.
kind of like you look at it and it's like, well, these movies are based off of. Well, the movies are going to be based off of super old horror movies or whatever, and you're like, well, of course they're not going to be great movies.
like
I mean, you're expecting it.
Frankenstein, Dracula.
That's why I gave this movie a decent rating because I already knew that's what it was going to be like.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it's like you can enjoy something more when you don't expect anything out of it.
Yeah.
since this is like the first movie to start off the whole Dark Universe thing, that's why I think I was like, okay,
It's whatever.
they're getting their feet on the ground,
Like, I
like
knew-
they're starting off. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I'm
but
like,
at the same time, I wouldn't really give that like to their credit because it's not like they added a bunch of other movies. It's not like they did what Superman versus Batman did, where they threw in a bunch of stuff that they kind of had to throw in as world building stuff. Because they really didn't do that. I mean, the closest scene to that was the Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde stuff.
Stuff where it showed like the other.
Yeah.
Like
well, it didn't even show the other monsters. It just showed like a vampire skulls and then the hand of a swamp thing. Yeah. But I mean, other than that, it didn't really show anything else.
But yeah, like
it didn't really talk about other monsters or anything. He references them.
I wasn't expecting other monsters, but I'm saying like, as the first movie, as like to set up like Dark Universe, like it wasn't bad.
I don't
it
know,
was
man.
okay.
It was
I understand as a movie.
It was bad. Dude.
I understand as a movie itself, it sucked and it wasn't good. But like I said, I already knew. I wasn't expecting much out of it because it's the Mummy. You remember the originals? They weren't that great either.
They were good for their time. And that's the thing. Like their time was back then. Their time isn't really now. Like I said, I wanted this movie to succeed because I wanted the Dark Universe to take off. Now I'm not even sure if the Dark Universe will take off.
I think that's why I'm like really, I guess, I'm optimistic about this movie because it's just like, yeah, it did pretty okay in the box office. It's because I want the dark world, like Dark Universe, to get rolling, you know?
Yeah.
I want to see Dracula.
Yeah, and that makes
like I want to see Dracula, Frankenstein, Wolfman. Like I want to see all these. I
just want to see how that gets.
I even want to see Johnny Depp as the Invisible Man.
Yeah.
Remember Hollow Man? I could definitely go for that.
No, that was Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon. Yeah, I know that wasn't Johnny Depp, but I'm saying like that was the same premise as someone who goes invisible becomes crazy.
Yeah.
And so that's one thing I did want, but like I said, and like you can tell, I was talking to this with my sisters, like when she asked me how it was, I was like, dude, it had good moments, but you can tell it's not a good movie when it feels too long, and it's not a long movie at all.
It was like an hour and 50. It was like just under 2 hours.
Yeah, and it felt like 3 hours.
Yeah.
It wasn't so much. I think it was the reason to me because I
think the reason is because like the whole love scenes were like kind of like shoehorned in, where they didn't feel like real, kind of.
Can I say something real quick? My main problem with this movie, and I told you guys as we were walking out the movie theaters, at the end, Tom Cruise, he becomes, spoilers, he becomes an evil god, right? Because he
set.
And you see, that's the thing too, because he's the god of the dead or whatever, right? But they never say he's evil.
Okay, but you'd figure that those are evil powers.
They said he's the devil.
Basically,
basically the devil. Yeah, but and I think
he has he has the same powers of the Mummy, and like the Mummy did use like all her powers to like
for evil because she was evil.
But it's just like, how is it that he's so easily persuaded to use his powers for good?
No. Okay, you know why I understand
because
why he's
good?
You know, no. You know, you want to know? No. Listen. Do you know why?
Yeah,
the movie wasn't that great. He wasn't that good of a person. He was kind of an asshole in the movie.
And that's another problem with that movie. They don't really
No. They didn't explain.
And they talk about. They say like, oh, remember when we had that conversation that you were a good man inside? It's just like that doesn't.
No, do you?
Oh God, it's so terrible.
Look, I kind of get it because I was paying attention, and I'm pretty sure you guys kind of just stopped caring at one point. But for me, what I noticed was, you remember how he was when he was like turning, and he remembered what Jekyll said to him, like, "Oh, you're the cure," basically saying you can.
You're the cure.
No, yeah,
which is why. Do you remember when he was going to smash the rock? I think that's probably what helped it. The fact that he kind of destroyed the rock a little bit before he fully put it in there because
so
it wasn't glowing.
All
because when he smashed it, it wasn't glowing as much.
Yeah, so like only like a piece of the evil god came in
there. Yeah,
where he's like strong enough to revive his dead friend, but now
and his like love interest.
Yeah, basically.
He just scared her away. Wake up.
Yeah, like the beginning scenes when they were like still in Iraq or wherever the hell they were in.
Dude,
that was great.
This movie started off good.
Yeah, it started off
really good. Like, and then like 25 into it.
I would say like after the plane crash when they got back to London.
Dude, and by the way, that plane crash scene was good.
Yeah, that was a good
I was
scene.
not expecting what's his name to die so early on, the friend.
Oh yeah, the homie.
Oh yeah.
He was
a really good plane. Like it looked really good, and then
I liked his character.
I like the fact that they showed the whole plane crash all the way into the ground, and then like fade to black. So
yeah.
You didn't see the actual crash, but you saw like everything, and then Tom Cruise did a good job in it.
Yeah, and like I said, I thought that movie was great. That whole up to that scene was great. It's up till they got back to London, and like they started focusing a lot more on him and the girl. And it was just like, who the hell cares? It's even like Russell Crowe's Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde scenes were great too.
Mm-hmm.
I like the fact that they had this show like when he's like entering the door, that's like a palm,
Yeah,
read, and it says
his name,
Dr. Jekyll, and he can go in. And then when he turns into Mr. Hyde, he puts his palm and it says Eddie Hyde, and it doesn't allow him access.
And then he goes, "Oh, they never let me out, do they?"
Yeah, and it's just like that was a great scene, and it was a great way like to show like this is a different man. Like he doesn't like his face doesn't change, which is good because there's like I don't know if you guys remember that movie League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. They have a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde in that movie, or even in the beginning of Van Helsing, how it's like a big drastic change. Where it's like Mr. Hyde is this big old hulking monster, and Dr. Jekyll is just like this scrawny little dude.
It's Mr. Hyde now.
Yeah, and like
he was.
I like this where like he doesn't change physically, but like you can tell he's stronger. Because before he's like throwing Tom Cruise around, and he looks like an insane dude.
And his skin's like his veins get all black.
He looked like he drank 9 of these.
Yeah, and like he's like throwing freaking Tom Cruise around the room.
Yeah.
And like I like that stuff. Like you can tell they tried to make this movie good. But I don't know, maybe it was the studios or something.
I think
that was like, hey, he needs a love interest.
I think the reason why you guys felt it was very long was because there was a decent amount of everything. I think it was just when the dialogue came up and especially the love interest, it was super dry. Like
and like it's funny because
that's probably what made it.
The last movie we watched was Wonder Woman, and like when it's Wonder Woman and Chris Pine and they're on the boat, like that kind of back and forth dialogue is great
because it was funny. And
it wasn't just funny; it was entertaining. But like all their dialogue through the movie was good dialogue. Even like the not funny stuff, like even the serious stuff was good dialogue because you could tell they had chemistry. It's like Tom Cruise and this chick, I don't remember her name, didn't have any chemistry.
Not to mention she's probably like half of Tom Cruise.
Because I think they're going that they wanted to go that you're a douche, but I like you. I think that's what they're going for.
Yeah, it's like, there's a good person inside of you. And it's just like, oh, God, no one cares.
He played a huge douche in this movie.
I know he did. And it's just like, and like I said, those whole scenes, if they would have cut those out, it would have been a much better movie, in my opinion.
Yeah. Can we also talk about the Easter eggs they gave us to the original, or not the original, but the Brendan Fraser?
Easter egg, not Easter eggs.
It was literally just one thing.
No, there was 2.
What?
Her face was in the sand in London.
That's not an Easter egg.
Well, it's not okay. I wouldn't even say Easter egg.
Sand,
I'm pretty sure they've done
just references. Okay,
it was sand because it was all glass. Glass is basically just heated up sand.
Yeah. Like the sand, like in her face was in the sand in the buildings of London. That's what it was.
I
with
guess.
The Brendan Fraser movie.
I wouldn't have considered that an Easter egg because that's like generic. Like everybody does that now.
Did they do that in the original Mummy?
Yes, but they did it in movies before the original Mummy as well.
Such as?
I can't think of any, but I'm pretty sure I can.
Oh yeah, exactly, because they did it.
This is like that last time we talked about where I looked up a bunch of movies that had the same plot.
No, it's nothing like that.
Yes, it is.
Like that.
I'll prove to you after this video.
It's all the same mule.
For right now.
Hey, a mule is still a mule at the end of the day.
Mule, exactly. Tomato.
I have no idea what that means, by the way, but anyways.
Tomato, a mule is still a mule.
Tomato, potato.
That's what I'm saying. No, there was that, and then they had the Hamunaptra book of...
The book of life.
The book of life, right? The golden one.
Yeah.
That's the one that the weird dude with the freaking missing headpiece, right? From the first Mummy movies?
No, he has the book of death. The black one.
This is the one that they find in like the...
To send him back to the death. The book of death gives life, the book of life takes life away.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like the golden one. That
because I remember that Brendan Fraser was like, that makes no sense. It's like, whatever.
Kabishmal. Paradus.
Did you guys see
Alright, but anyway.
Did you guys see that tweet where it's like, when you see the new Mummies reviews, and it's a picture of Brendan Fraser just like looking off in the distance, smiling?
Yeah, Brendan Fraser. But I don't know, man. He made the Rise of the Dragon Emperor Return or whatever.
Oh, the Mummy 3?
Yeah, with Jet Li. That movie sucked balls.
There's a third movie with Jet Li?
Yeah, and it's like Jet Li and Brendan Fraser's and the brother-in-law, right? They're the only 2 characters that are the same. Everyone else is different.
Yeah, the wife Evie was different. Their son was grown up. He was a huge douche in that movie. Yeah.
Did I hear
my father?
Yeah. Indiana Jones, Crystal Skull, douche kid. My son's
Shia
LaBeouf. But anyways, now I'm talking about that movie. I hate that movie, bro. I did not like it at all.
What? It was entertaining. It had funny parts. And to what
but
they're
this
trying
goes
to
back
open
to
up,
like a lot of other movies, and like I noticed like when I'm trying to get someone to watch a movie, I'll do the same thing. It's like a couple good parts don't make a good movie.
I'm not saying this movie was good. I said this movie was entertaining.
Yeah, this movie sucked, dude. I regret paying $10 for this, $11 for this movie. Actually, it's like 12 now.
Yeah.
It's like $11.95.
I had a gift card that I got from work.
Yeah.
For like $40. So I was like, I didn't pay to see it, so I'm good.
Look at you. Mr. Never pays, so look at you. Sorry. But anyways,
I used $12 out of my $40 gift card.
So, after anybody else have anything else to say? Or can we just forget about La Momia altogether?
La Momia.
You guys could have included Brendan Fraser somewhere.
If he had like a cameo in the back,
I think I
should have made him a soldier. You know, that'd have been hilarious. Just
like a 5-second cameo somewhere, like somebody in the background, but like you clearly see him. Kind of how like Tommy Oliver, like the original Green Ranger, was at the end of Power Rangers.
Jason Franks, isn't that?
Yeah, Jason. No,
Jason David Frank. This is David is his middle name.
Just Jason David Frank. Just like how he was at the end of Power Rangers, like
yeah,
a quick, like
him
5-second snapshot.
Kimberly.
Like, yeah.
What I think.
Yeah, that would have been awesome. Or one of them.
Yeah, I don't know who.
Well, the original Mummy, the guy, Imhotep, the bald dude.
Yeah. But like I said, a big shining part about this movie.
They should have had Imhotep, the original Mummy,
what's her name?
and
Sophia
Brendan Fraser.
Butella.
Yeah.
She was great. She looked good.
Even
Even when she was half dead, she looked good.
She does.
I feel like because she does. I know she does modeling, and then she's like some dancer or something, and then she does stuff for Nike too.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, I feel like I feel like after these movies,
I have a problem when they do that. Like when they did it with Transformers, where they get like these hot models to play chicks. That's like, dude, like.
Dude, but
they're not
terrible.
actors.
See, what the thing with her is because she already had a movie, even though she didn't have that many lines.
Kingsman. Yeah.
Kingsman.
Oh.
And I'm pretty sure before that she did like an indie flick or something. They always do an
About
indie
it.
flick. But or it's like if you're gonna get a model, have her get like a dumb role. It's like, you know, I watched Baywatch and that's not really that good of a movie either. It has its moments where they make me laugh.
My friend said the movie's hilarious, and I was like, I don't trust you.
Nah, it. Don't get me wrong, it does have a couple funny scenes, but it's just like overall it's a terrible movie. But in that, like my celebrity crush, she's in that movie. Her name's Kelly Horvath.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Alexandria Daddario.
She's pretty hot too, but especially in that movie, she's hot.
I like her eyes.
Yeah, the blue, that's like that deep blue. But anyways, that's getting off topic.
I think La Momia is my new celebrity crush.
She's hot too,
Yeah.
but you know, and like Kelly Horvath is like, yeah, I know.
That's what I was like,
She's a model turned actress, right? And like, but they give her like a dumb role.
I feel like that's happening a lot.
And it's like if you're like
Cara Delevingne pulls it off.
She
very
pulls it
well,
off good. But that's also because she was in a bunch of like smaller films with smaller roles before she got the big, which is what they should do. But that's like what that Kelly Horvath chick does too. Like in Baywatch, she's not like a main. She's like a main star, but she's not the main female lead. The Alexandria Daddario, and then there's another chick, and then it's her. So it's like she's like third stick, you know, like third fiddle or whatever. And so like it fits that type of model role where she's just meant to be hot. Basically, that's what she's there for.
Yeah.
And that's fine, you know. Like if you're a hot chick, you're a hot chick. Good for you.
Yeah.
Play a role where all you're meant is to be hot. Don't play a role where you're trying to compete with the leading role.
Yeah.
And it's just like I feel like a lot of movies do that, and it's just like it's Transformers 3 is a terrible movie to begin with, and that whole Rosie Huntington chick is a terrible actress to begin with.
Yeah.
A lot of those movies are terrible.
Yeah.
She was pretty bad.
But anyways, I think that's gonna be it for this terrible.
Hey,
well, I think it's a terrible movie.
please.
After discussing it, your guys' scores change. You said 7. Is it still a 7?
He said 7.5.
Oh, 7.5?
6.5.
6.5?
I give it the same, 6.5.
6.5?
I was like originally thinking 6.57.
If you guys are gonna be remaking movies, you guys should.
I give it like a 4.5.
This is what they should have done. They should have had the original bald Imhotep mummy guy and Brendan Fraser, because there's a scene in this movie where there's 2 security guards that investigate the crash site where the tomb falls out of the plane.
Yeah. And they don't really say anything either.
I wanted to see.
They could have had both of those guys.
I wanted to see Brendan Fraser and the original bald Imhotep mummy as a security guard.
That's like if you remember Ang Lee's Hulk, which is a terrible movie. There's 2 security guards walking out, and it's Lou Ferrigno and Stan Lee.
If those 2 would have been the new Mummy's first victims, that would have been cool.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
That would have been pretty cool to see. Like, oh snap! Like,
that would have been dope.
You guys should bring back a Scorpion King.
No,
The Rock.
We suck.
Hasu Masente.
God, that CGI was
terrible.
awful.
Whatever. At that time, that CGI was on point.
Masente.
Put that knife away, dude. I
That's
think
the name
that's
of
gonna
a
be
song.
it.
Put that knife away.
I think we're gonna watch Cars 3. Yes or no?
Yeah. We're gonna watch Cars 3.
Yeah, we're gonna watch Cars
Ooh,
3.
there's another movie that comes out too.
All Eyes on Me. I don't.
I don't give 2 damns about that movie.
What other movie comes out?
So I'm caught up in the game. What?
Stop
Shut
it right
up.
now. There's another movie I saw that comes out.
No, it's only those 2.
Are you sure? Who gives 2 craps about the Tupac movie? I'm sorry, Tupac. I don't like you. I mean,
I love Tupac.
you're great and all that, iconic, but
Oh, Rough Night and 47 Meters Down.
oh yeah, 47 meters down. No, I'm just kidding.
I say we watch all 3 of them.
Oh, what are we rich? Come on, man.
No.
Buy one, sneak into.
You know what?
2.
Did you ever see the trailer for Rough Night?
Ooh.
Rough Night.
No.
It actually isn't.
Wait, is it the?
It's that Chicks Go to Vegas movie?
Yeah, with like
Scarlett
Jada-
Johansson.
Oh, with
I thought
what's
it
her
was with
name?
Jada Pinkett Smith.
No.
She's hot. What's
She's
that
in
chick's
something
name?
coming out.
So what's it's what's his name's daughter? He's a singer. He plays guitar.
What?
She's in that movie. His daughter. She's pretty hot.
Lenny
She was,
Kravitz.
yeah.
Zoe
Zoe
Kravitz?
Kravitz.
She's hot.
She's I don't know if she's in this movie. Oh yeah, Zoe Kravitz, Jillian Bell, Lana Glazer. She's hot. She's like weird though. Kate McKinnon.
You know a movie's terrible?
But anyways, that's gonna be
Dope.
it. We'll probably watch Dope. That movie is
Dope.
terrible. We'll probably watch Cars 3. Till next time. Thanks for watching.